Sanity's on the brink, roofs leaking, patience make another drink.
Less money, more problems, piling up high. Dreams of sanity faded to the sky. Running out of meds, feels like we in chains. All we got is stress and broken remains. Red lights flashing, emergency calls. Can't afford the gear, watching operators fall. Sanity's a concept slipping through my hands. Road silence crying out, buried in quicksand. Less money, more problems, piling up high. Dreams of sanity faded to the sky. Running out of meds, feels like we in chains. All we got is stress and broken remains. Red lights flashing, emergency calls. Can't afford the gear, watching operators fall. Sanity's a concept slipping through my hands. Road silence crying out, buried in quicksand. Less money, more problems, piling up high. Dreams of sanity faded to the sky. Running out of meds, feels like we in chains. All we got is stress and broken remains. Holding on tight, hope comes and goes. River dried up where the resources flow. Empty supply rooms, echoes of despair. But we're road silent, fires breathe in this air. Strategizing midnight, figures and facts. No sleep, just planning, finding hidden tracks. We're low but never out, guard your flank. In this game of survival, no room to blank. Less money, more problems, piling up high. Dreams of sanity faded to the sky. Running out of meds, feels like we in chains. All we got is stress and broken remains. In this air. Planets with eyes like midnight skies. She whispers close, don't you realize? Lower your shield, come a bit nearer. Trust in me, let the haze get clearer. She's got a brother with plans and schemes. Talks of legacy and lineage dreams. Build the future, the family pride. But in her touch I want to confide. Lower your shield, let the walls fade. Let's find secrets in the night's cascade. She's the storm that calms my fears. Through her eyes the world appears. Brother's voice, a distant echo loud. But with her I drift above the cloud. She asks for trust with a gentle plea. Lower your guard, just stay with me. Whispers of future, stories untold. Treasures found, not through plans but bold. In her smile the world's anew. Feel the pull, she's guiding you. Lower your shield, let the walls fade. Let's find secrets in the night's cascade. She's the storm that calms my fears. Through her eyes the world appears. Lower your shield, let the walls fade. Let's find secrets in the night's cascade. She's the storm that calms my fears. Through her eyes the world appears. Lower your shield, let the walls fade. Let's find secrets in the night's cascade. She's the storm that calms my fears. Through her eyes the world appears. In a a city full of shadows, not a soul can tell. There's a girl named Red spinning her own secret spell. Her eyes like fire, her heart on a quest, searching for fluffy tales, 'cause that's what she loves best. She moves like lightning on a midnight spree, swift on her feet with a heart set free. Silent whispers follow whenever she's near. Fluffy tales are her prize, it's crystal clear. Ooh. Red chasing dreams in the night. Fluffy tales are her delight. No fear, no doubt, she's out for the thrill. Red, the sweet assassin with an unstoppable will. She sneaks through alleyways, shadows in her wake. Her fingers gentle, never making a mistake. Soft whispers echo where her footsteps have tread. In the world of fluffy tales, she's like years ahead. In the moon's embrace, her secret life unfolds. With every fluffy tale, her destiny molds. A dance in the dark, no one knows her name, but Red's on a mission, her heart's aflame. Red chasing dreams in the night. Fluffy tales are her delight. No fear, no doubt, she's out for the thrill. Red, the sweet assassin with an unstoppable will. Oh, red chasing dreams in the night. Oh, fluffy tales are her delight. No fear, no doubt, she's out for the thrill. Red, the sweet assassin with an unstoppable will. Sneaks through alleyways, shadows in her wake. Her fingers gentle, never making a mistake. Soft whispers echo where her footsteps have tread. In the world of fluffy tales, she's light years ahead. In the moon's embrace, her secret life unfolds. With every fluffy tale, her destiny molds. A dance in the dark, no one knows her name, but Red's on a mission, her heart's aflame. Chasing dreams in the night. Fluffy tales on her delight. No fear, no doubt, she's out for the thrill. Red, the sweet assassin with an unstoppable will. Oh, red chasing dreams in the night. Oh, fluffy tales are her delight. No fear, no doubt, she's out for the thrill. Red, the sweet assassin with an unstoppable will.
The night is cold, we walk alone. No place to call our fragile home. Despised by those who claim to lead. We're soldiers forged in darkened deeds. Our lives are just a toss away. Upon in games the rich men play. We fight the battles others fear. In shadows we just disappear. Our lives are just a toss away. Upon in games the rich men play. We fight the battles others fear. In shadows we just disappear. We are the sword 'cause no one sees. We bleed in streets on broken knees. For those who never care to know, our blood's the cost of status quo. empire is made. Blueprints scattered on his dim-lit desk, a genius born to be grotesque. They call him mad, but he sees clear, his logic burning like the brightest flare. Blueprints scattered on his dim-lit desk, a genius born to be grotesque. They call him mad, but he sees clear, his logic burning like the brightest flare. Genius and madness walking hand in hand, drawing battles like lines in the sand. He's the master of the unseen plan, Dr. Brainiac, the unmatched man. Soldiers weep as they fall in dread, tangled up in webs the doctor spread, whispering legends of his cruel rep. In his mind, no one can step. Schemes so deep like an endless pit, morality lost, just a perfect fit. He's painting history in shades of gray, where rules are broken, he paves the way. Blueprints and madness walking hand in hand, drawing battles like lines in the sand. He's the master of the unseen plan, Dr. Brainiac, the unmatched man. Soldiers weep as they fall in dread, tangled up in webs the doctor spread, whispering legends of his cruel rep. In his mind, no one can step. Step.
Hello, hello. I have my mic in a slightly different position. I'm hoping that it still picks up my voice fine, but that you don't hear every breath like in other stuff. I've been shopping around for microphones to improve the audio quality, especially for when I do narrative stuff. I also like to put some Easter eggs for what I'm planning on doing in the sort of waiting room portion of the stream. I definitely have been cooking up some ideas for the Sarcasm Mercenary section, and I think it is also pretty relevant with the events of Chapter 14. But I don't actually think I'm going to cover Chapter 14 per se. I'm just going to cover why the events in Chapter 14 are meaningful. Like, the video I do on Sarcasm Mercenaries will make the conclusion to Chapter 14 for W. It will hopefully make that a bit more impactful, because it's, kids these days don't know about Dark Knight's memoir. Let me put it that way. It's one of my favorite events, story-wise. I think it was like the OG of lore bombs covering Babel stuff and whatnot. But obviously it was from the perspective of the Sarcasm Mercenaries and not the actual Babel at the time. So, you know, Doctor's mentioned and involved in what's going on. Kelsey is there. Little Amy is there. Teresa. All that stuff. But the Babel event that just ended, that was really like the other side of what was going on in that storyline. And Chapter 14 really kind of is the I can't say conclusion, but it's like where all of that led to, particularly with W's story and why, I guess you could say, character development or whatnot for W. The name Wizadel, like W is not short for Wizadel. I just have to put that out there. I can't say it's a coincidence. I think they still wanted a name that started with W, but W was not a code name or something like that. So I definitely will do. I'm thinking about. I really kind of want to mimic the style of Tex Talks BattleTech. So what I want to do for that video is I want to do like almost like a cinematic title screen sequence that has like some type of B-roll in the background, text on the screen, some character shots and stuff like that, but not specifically anything that's narrative with story, just setting up like mood. And I don't know if I'm going to use audio from clips that I use, because I know I can find some high quality animations or whatnot that are official from Hypergriff. Or I guess it would be Yostar in this case, not Hypergriff. But that's one element. But then just doing edits to make it feel like it's part of a documentary or something like that. Then there's like the narrative portion, the history lesson, if you will. And I have to find a way. I'm not really sure what I want to do for the backdrop of that. It's like probably going to be a combination of things, but it might be a combination of like specific moments in the visual novel. But I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole because it's very like dialogue and text heavy, and it takes a long time for the text to display. It kind of has to be an important moment. In the background, like CG is going to be more significant for that than what's going on, because it'll have narration. And then probably some gameplay. I have to figure out a way to put music in there, but I also want to do like fake sponsorships in there. So I don't know if I'm going to stream this or not, but one of these days I'm going to probably draw up some logos for stuff in Photoshop. And I expect it'll probably take me between 1 to 2 hours to do each logo. I want to do a bunch of sponsorships, but like for YouTube, how YouTubers have sponsorship that they insert into things. Like they'll have some segue that'll go into a ad read for the video, right? Sponsored by whoever. I want to do that for I want to have fake ones in there. So I'm going to do a sponsorship read for Mama John's and something else. I think it was the Añejo that kind of won the vote, but we'll see. I have to go check. It might be the whatever that burrito company was that's in lore too. I'll have to go look, or it might be the theater. It might have been the theater in Syracuse that won out. But basically, I'm probably gonna see. I'll do at least one. Guaranteed gonna be Mama John's. Hopefully, I have enough time to do one other. If I can do something decent. But yeah, I want to do 2 like fake sponsorships in there, and then I want to do like a cool. Like, I don't have anything to do credits with, but if I can think of a cool way to do credits, then I can also use that as an excuse to put some cool music in there for that as well. So that's projects that I want to get done, and we'll see how that goes. Because I literally have to teach myself editing from the ground up to do it, and that will be a bit spicy. I do have some news on the low-level account. We got a Myrtle. Ermagerd. It took us 30 days, but I finally have a Myrtle. I can't quite throw Fang in the garbage just yet, unless I raise like a Poncyrus or a Fang Altar. But yeah, this is huge. mega huge. I don't have enough to get Myrtle any higher than where she's at, and I still have other priorities. Like, she's not going to be my first E2 because it's a bit too late for that. And actually, we've been cooking on Amia. We need 2 more of these. The chips, I don't know if I have any chips, but I do know, I think, how I can get 5 of them. Chips. I don't know, we have the chips. Oh, hell yeah. So I just need one of these and to make them. That's not a problem. So we're only waiting on the coal then. That is money. And unfortunately, there is no coal in this event. We've been in a coal desert. But I only need to get 2 more stages, and I'll have all the farming I need for this event. Like, I don't have to push any further than 14.8, it looks like. And I think we can do this. But it might take me... I don't know if I'll one-shot it. It might take me a few tries. Oh, I should add, I forgot to even say that I did these stages. I did it off stream. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have recorded it. I don't know. I didn't want to be in my room. I did it while, like, Netflix or YouTube videos were playing in the background on my laptop in my living room in my recliner. I can't exactly do a good stream that way. And I don't necessarily think there's any good content for me to go over aside from if players just wanted to see how I did it or whatnot. But in terms of value for a guide, I don't know. Again, I think there'd be more value if there was like a conversation about how to clear this stuff, how to think about the levels and problem solve with a really limited roster like I have right now. But I can always talk about that in a more narrative manner, again, because I want to eventually make a playlist that has every single sort of really important lesson that I can kind of script out to a 5 or 10 minute long format. The video in the background will be like a demonstration, and that way I can like have the thoughts be efficient. And the reason why I want it to be 5 to 10 minutes is because going through my metrics, people have incredibly short attention spans. And so I think it's important to have the information be delivered efficiently, because unless you're a really big YouTuber that people are already sort of connected to, or streamer for that matter, they're not going to have patience. So I might also have to make a short, like some of the meme stuff I've been making, maybe that would have been better off as a YouTube short rather than a normal YouTube video, because shorts are better for advertisement. They just suck for monetization. What the fuck do I care about monetization right now? So that is not really my concern. My concern is getting numbers up so that I can do more cool stuff. And yeah, and also so that I can hopefully have a positive influence on the community, even if I talk shit and curse and stuff like that. That's from 10 years in the Navy. I should get some slack for that. But I definitely, I don't know, for me, some of the biggest disappointing things are, I think that people should be happier about most stuff. And like the things that I'm angry about, I wish people were more upset about as well. Like, I'm not a big fan of the power creep. Or at least the quantity of power creep. I understand like modules and introducing that to give people progression and to extend it out over time. Like if they introduced Elite 3 eventually, that wouldn't upset me. And if they adjusted endgame content to match that, again, that's not what upsets me. What upsets me is when, you know, people get a 6-star operator and they're upset. They're like, oh man, this one's shit. And you're like, you entitled little spoiled. Like, I feel like that's a terrible way to enjoy a game. And like, I get it. I do get it, right? There's a thing that people want to have. But I just feel like the way people think about the meta creates a really unhealthy obsession. So here, I'm gonna play this. I'm not even gonna silence the game so that it sounds perfect. But I made a song to embody that. If I can freaking find it, it's all in crazy order now. Where the hell is it? Oh, here it is.
Once the king, now just a pawn in the board where rules are drawn. Those that ruled the realm are gone, swallowed by the new dawn.
Power shifts in unseen waves. Legacy now finds its graves. They sow the strings in a rave of pixels and bright displays. Who wants to play with ghosts of past when future moves so very fast? We left the old game in the dust. New shiny stuff is all we trust. Old champions lost their place, caught in history's haze. New power shakes the maze, leaving us in a maze. Patch notes came like a storm, balanced lines out of norm. Now old builds are forlorn, new meta, new form. Power shifts in unseen waves. Legacy now finds its graves. They sow the streams in a rave of pixels and bright displays. Who wants to play with ghosts of past when future moves so very fast? We left the old game in the dust. New shiny stuff is all we trust.
I won't play the whole thing, but yeah, like, I made that song just because of how I felt about the community being a little too obsessed with, I don't know, trying to be as lazy as possible with what they need to do to clear stuff. And I was never an advocate for stuff being hard for the sake of being hard. I felt that it should always be kind of player's choice. And obviously when Surtur came out, the devs kind of felt obligated to kind of rebalance everything in the game around her existence, and they introduced dodge, and well, first they introduced the Emperor's Blade with the forced retreat to get around immortality. Then they added dodge and high resistance, high defense enemies, and all that kind of stuff was kind of just the result of her existing. And in chapter 13 it culminated with damage reduction, and it's like my least favorite mechanic. Chapter 14's been really refreshing because of how much I hated chapter 13. So anyways, enough stalling. I am not sure how I will do on this, to be quite frank. However, where are you, Myrtle? Myrtle. Wait, is she already in the party? Oh, she's already there. A gummy, a lumen. Why is Plume here? No Plume. Discarm. Orchid, we're gonna get rid of Orchid. Oh, I must have had to do a specific type of stage. If I had Orchid in here, it's like, I must have really needed that slow. Oh boy. Oh no, we need a Shaw in here. I think. I don't actually know. I might not need Shaw in this stage. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. We'll do it live. I completed all this on my other account, but I haven't. I mean, that's with, you know, any operator I want. So I'm pretty sure I need to put a caster here to just kill these guys. I don't think I can take them. I can put something here to kill the dude that spawns up here before they get the arts buff. And then I think I just basically spawn tank. I think that's the strategy we're going for. Oh, we might not have that much time. Holy shit.
しました。本気で行くよ。私の目を見て。できるかな。
Ah!
グムがみんなを守る。グムの特製料理だよ。
Well, we'll figure that out.
私が怖いですか。
So here's the problem. I have Shaw, but I can't actually push. I would need to pull. Moving this is kind of difficult on this stage. I don't really want him to get charged up, but I might not be able to control that. I guess what I can do is I can just hunker down. That's actually bad. That's not good for me. That is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let this thing do the work for us. Oh, I can feel the DP. Yes. Come on, Amiya. Go. Get her done. I don't think anything else comes from up here, and I don't think I need Gummy anymore. No! He spreads it? I didn't know about that. So maybe I actually need Amiya here to kill that guy? Who died? Amiya died? Amiya died. Oh, that was a mistake. Come on, charge, Jay. Charge! That's bad. Don't die. You can live. Oh, please don't die. I think we got it. It's a lot of farming, but I think we got it. Oh yeah. Oh god, I don't want to watch the autos on this. Jesus Christ. On a single try, and these are worthless. Farming cutting compound. Never. I think we could. Okay, this stage is actually kind of easy. The issue that I'm gonna have is Shaw here. Moderately. We might have to increase Shaw's skill to even do that. And can I? We need skill level 6. Oh, those are expensive. Moderate. Shit. Damn it! Why? Why does it have to be an expensive material? We'll see if I just wasted those resources. I don't think I can do this with moderate push force. I don't know. We want why? Moderate, moderate. Yeah. Frick. Wait, why are we on third squad? That's why my squad was all jacked up. Whatever. It's fine. It's what we want. I don't think that, I don't think we're gonna have the push force.
出動します。みんな助けに来たよ。
Shit.
私たちにお任せください。
わあ、みんなこっち来て。こちらに火が来ます。皆さん準備してください。はっ。獲物を見つけました。福音が指先に集まる。これが戦場というものね。
貫く。
弦の振動を感じて。
貫く。
I feel like I need to push it a little further than that.
福音が本気で行くよ。
Alright, hold on. I got an idea. We're gonna use skill 2 just so I can control the push.
僕が残ることであなたの未来に可能性を増やせるのならぜひ。
準備完了。
Because I actually need it to get as much of that as possible. I need the storm to kind of be strong-ish.
各自配置につけ。
リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。主の祝福があらんことを弓を引いて敵が来ます。皆さん戦闘の準備をしてください。怖くはないわ。弦には3つの選択が、敵には3種
Oh,
の
did
クラ
I
ンがあ
do
りま
this
す。
in the wrong order? I might have fucked up.
本気で行くよ。
Fucked up. I gotta get shot out
キューブ班
first,
は
then the
勝者と
box.
共に
I was
準備をしてください。
hasty.
戦える人は私と一緒に敵の足止めを。
Rookie mistake. Let's get her going. Alright.
矢はつがえてあります。
私たちにお任せください。
みんなこっち来て。
No, no,
武
no,
器は
no,
磨い
no.
てある。獲
Be
物を
smart.
見つけました。福音が指先に集まる。怖くはないわ。
貫く。
本気で行くよ。弦の振動を感じて。ええ、ほら、しっかり。はい、消防規則にのっとり違反行為として処罰する。
貫く。
弦には3つの選択が、敵には3種の苦難があります。うわ、本気で行くよ。福音が指先に集まる。
頑張って治療はもうすぐ終わりますから。
準備完了。悪くない位置取りだね。
弦の振動を感じて。
I feel like I need more push force.
わあ、本気で行くよ。
I need more push force. No.
を定めて。
So that's the right strategy. We don't have the push force for it. Shaw absolutely needs that stupid
しっ
RMA.
かりしてください。
And it might have been, I don't know, it would have probably taken me way longer to build a Weedy. I'm curious, actually. Let's see. this thing. Oh yeah, we can't get any further on that yet. What's the, Can I even see what I get for clearing these with, like, the first time and all that? Does it show me that? I can't see, like, the special stuff that I get. Because I could do, like, a bunch of story clears and see if I get one of those. I know they don't have it in the store. Because otherwise I would have bought the stuff. Oh, they do have level stuff. Levels. Levels, levels, levels. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna farm for Amia to get her to E2. We're just gonna do that. Regardless of if it's efficient or not. It'd be nice if we had a better farming stage, but it is what it is. We will do 3 and hope we get it. Because I really need Amia to be E2 so that we get her, so that we unlock her talent. And I also really need to get one of those spiky balls, and the drop rate on those is awful. But I unlock farming stages. I need at least 3 farming stages in the new chapter, so that I can burn sanity on that to, you know, buy stuff out of the shop and also get decent farming efficiency. So I need the current level, I think, is the last one that I need, right? Yeah, it is. That's the last one that I need. Oh, and tequila. But I need, no, I have Myrtle now. Holy shit, we might be able to do tequila as well. And then I just need resources to build these people. Which, you know, I have been burning the morning sanity for this account. I've just been farming the base material stage, which is going to make my account level up and stuff like that, and I guess it counts as progress. But it is literally what new players should be doing, and I wasn't going to stream twice a day on this. But yeah, I could just play it, you know, once a day, and who cares about the speed of progress or whatnot. But there's like a competitive side of me that feels like I'm slacking if my secondary low-level, impractically played account in order to craft a newbie guide out of gets behind like some of the new people in the content creation space for this game. I definitely do watch their stuff. It's interesting to see. It is remarkable how much, how shall I say, advice. It's obvious to me that they are getting advice from people. I mean, they talk about it to a certain degree. But, you know, watching Quirk and, who's the other? Clayo. Those are two, they seem to be doing fairly consistent AK content. I don't know if they'll stick with it long term. But my low-level account is kind of around the same progress level as theirs. And it's definitely obvious from when I first started seeing their stuff to now that they've taken a lot of advice in order to progress, which is normal, I think. Because I oftentimes, my favorite thing is when you see somebody and it's their first time ever, and it's kind of crazy, some of the stuff that you see. Like, you'll see people place, like, for instance, say you have like a blocker here and there's guys going this way. right? And like you'll see someone place a ranged unit, but they'll be like facing this way or something, and you're like, how could anyone do that? Like, it's such a, you would think it's such an obvious mistake, but like you'll see stuff like that. And so it's always but the reason why I bring that up isn't to be like, oh, look at them, they suck. It's like they might misclick, they might not understand the controls. Like you put down a unit and then you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to put them there. They might not know that they can retreat them for 0 cost until they actually pick a direction. And so sometimes, you know, they like accidentally slide their finger if they're playing on a device and face them the wrong way. Like stuff like that's really common with new players. I'm not saying that they're idiots, but it's just interesting because you get to see them at the know-nothing stage, and then like a week later, 2 weeks later, a month later, progress. And so, yeah, I always, it's, you know, people want a story, right? And so you get this sort of progression arc. You get the weak account, the making all these newbie mistakes, not understanding mechanics, being confused by stuff. And then, you know, a year or two later, you have Ushio Ebi. You know? They have like a, if they stick with it, that, you know, and especially if they're not free to play, all of a sudden their account is super shiny. They have lots of maxed out operators. They laugh when they get somebody that's really powerful, and they add them to their squad of really powerful people. And then stuff that they used to have to click a whole bunch of buttons and think about, and now they're just like laughing that they clicked one button and their problems are solved. So there's normally this kind of like arc that you follow with new players that I think is kind of interesting to see. But even on stuff that, you know, when you have a developed account, still offers some challenge. How shall I say, how the process of problem solving that is, you know, matured for people that do their own strats. So that was something I always liked about Ushio Ebi, was that she was very insistent on doing things her way and not the way other people told her to. But it wasn't that she didn't listen. You know, it's like if something was an obvious mistake in a stage or something conceptually, she also had that whole like not backseating thing. But like a good example is she refused to build Mountain for because she didn't like the furry design, and that was one of her early 6 stars, and people were like, build Mountain. She's like, I'm not going to build Mountain. And so you know, she just stuck to using Lapland and stuff like that, and like I had respect for that. I was like, yeah, people should play the game the way they want. It's the problem-solving element of this game, for the most part, is something that, you know, using, I don't even want to call them suboptimal operators. Using operators that require more energy is not necessarily a bad thing. I think players are far too incentivized to be just lazy. And so that's kind of the thing, you know, that I'll kind of talk about frequently, like Wizardel, the real reason why people are so hyped for Wizardel, they're so anxious to get her in their account, despite having so many powerful DPS operators in the game. The notion that you might only have to press one button and not think about anything else, that's what I was saying. It's like, at a certain point, it's more about laziness than anything. Because you can still copy a guide. You don't have to put in energy if you don't want to. You don't need Wizardel for that. So then, like, what actually is the function? Why would people care so much, or even spend a lot of money in some cases to get an operator if you know, they already have the most guaranteed way to trivialize everything, which is just to build the most common AFK operators and then copy a guide 100% of the time. You don't have to think about literally anything, but you still have to click buttons. That's the thing. You have to actually go and deploy like 6 or 7 operators and click 5 or 6 buttons. And so there's this thing in the gacha community where people want to min-max laziness to a degree that I don't understand. And you can have an operator that's incredibly powerful, but you have to click buttons for them, and then people just, they become massively underappreciated. These are your Dorothies. You have to click buttons for Dorothy. So people are like, yeah, fuck Dorothy. We're skipping that. Like, who wants Dorothy? And Dorothy's crazy strong. And Jessica Alter, a lot of people just cared about Jessica the character, but they didn't give a shit about the banner, because as good as Jessica Alter is, which is just pretty insane, but like, you have to click buttons to get value out of her. And so I only got got one. All right, we'll do and we actually do have these now to burn, which is good. It is it's nice to have some sanity that I can actually use here. Not the greatest content farming, but we do get E2s out of this, and that will matter. And unfortunately, farming is just part of the game, especially in like long form. I don't think there's a way to really play a new account on stream and not farm. It's just unavoidable. Like, if I went into new stages and cleared new stages, I would run out of stages at some point, or I would hit a wall. And then I'd be stuck with farming regardless. So it's either farm when you need it and it makes sense to make the other stuff efficient, or mauld and lose some sanity maulding in order to still have to do the same thing. But I don't know, some people like maulding content. I'm just not an appreciator of the mauld. It's not that I feel like it's necessary to outscale stuff, but my account's biggest issue right now, and this is going to be something that is a real concern for new players, is, you know, I don't even have a full squad of evenly built operators. We just started E2ing. We have no masteries. Our long-term plan was still to get a Vigna. Now that I have a Myrtle, my Myrtle's not even at level 60, she's not E2. I also am going to eventually get a Texas, but that's, I didn't realize how long it took. I probably would have used Kuora and not Liskarm and taken a Texas if I knew it was going to take this long. And then I wouldn't even have Fang in my party right now. All of that time I was complaining about Fang, I wouldn't have complained if I had Texas. And I could have just added Fang to that squad when I needed a little bit more DP efficiency or something. And I also would have leveled Texas. Like, Fang isn't at the top of her game because Fang has defensive stats, so I don't get a lot of value out of pushing her to level 55. Even if she gets another, like, -1 DP cost or something like that, I would literally rather save the XP records I would spend on that on whoever eventually replaces them. So I really did want to, like, minimize how much I had to raise Fang and rely on her, just because of how few resources I have unless I spend OP to farm. Which, you know, if this were my only account and I actually were a new player and I were taking my own advice, I would absolutely do. I do think that new players should probably focus more on leveling ops than pulling early game, because 2 Originite Prime is 1 day of farming. And so, you know, if you consider how much further can you push, how many more stages can you clear where you can get Originite Prime from, with all the side stories, with challenge modes, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of opportunity to get back the OP you farm, even though it is technically finite. The primary resource you really want to spend for pulls is Originium and not Originite Prime. Originite, you know, though all things considered, eventually Originite Prime is primarily used for pulls and or skins for people that care about skins. Which actually a lot of people kind of care about skins, so maybe for a free-to-play player, the goal isn't pulls, maybe it's, you know, to get as many skins as possible, I don't know. But that was why I decided not to spend Originite Prime on this account, was because I didn't want to assume someone's priorities would actually be to use it for pulls or for farming. because they might be a skin enjoyer, since that is something that you have to use premium resources to get the majority of the time. Whereas you can get Originium through annihilations and through daily missions and weekly missions, and whenever there's patches and all that kind of stuff. And you can get yeah, and you can even get 6-star operators from recruitment and stuff like that. So there are in general, the only actually finite resource that you get, free is Arknights Prime. And sure, you could argue that they introduce new content, which adds more of it to the economy as well, but it's still always there's always going to be a limit to that. And pulling uses a lot of it. It's 33 to 34. It's like 33 and a half Arknights Prime per 10 pull. That's quite a lot, I would say. So, I mean, if you think about it the way I put it before, that's half a month of farming. So if you were to spend 15 days farming, how many ops could you build with that? And that's how much a 10 pull is worth. And most of your 10 pulls aren't going to have a 6-star in it. And most of them won't even have a 5-star that you'll ever use. So that's just another way to think about things. I mean, by that metric, those skins are pretty absurdly expensive, because if something's, 18 OP, that's, half of a 10 pull. So 2 skins could have been a 10 pull. But regardless how you slice it, spending OP for farming is actually incredibly efficient. I just was not going to do that to max out my squad as early as possible, because then this guide, in a way, would be very short, but also kind of unrealistic. Like, I would have very few 6-stars and 5-stars. I'd have a bunch of 4-stars that were, max level, max module, mastery 3, and I would just go to town. Everything would be relatively easy compared to where we're at right now. But, yeah, I think a lot of people, the collecting element is just too important. And I resemble that. Like, my main account, the reason why I like getting so many operators is just the variety. I like variety. So I want to be a Pokemon master. I actually... To me, if this were a premium game, meaning you just pay a price for it and then you own it forever and it wasn't live service or anything like that, I would honestly want to build like every operator. And, games like that tend to be balanced a little differently. You wouldn't have the sanity system, for example, and farming probably would take a lot less time. The base would probably function a bit differently, but whatever. We're not going to redesign the game to be a premium game. My point is just, though, that, I would want to build every single character in the game and max them out at everything. And even as it is right now, like, if I could get the resources to do it, I absolutely would. I'm not a hoarder. I think that it is pretty easy to build a new operator when you get them, and it's not that important that they're maxed out on day one. Like, it took me a few days to get Wizardel. What, a day and a half? Or 2 days or whatever to get Wizardel to level 60 and start doing mastery. So Lobos is level 60. Mastery 3 on his skill 3. No module because he doesn't have the trust for it yet. Nothing I can do about that. Wizardel is now level 60. I got her to 60 today. She is Mastery level 2 is cooking. So she has Mastery level 1 on her S3. Mastery 2 is cooking. And no module. But I have the materials for the module, and obviously she has the trust because I have OGW, so I don't have to trust farm anything for her. In fact, I could technically module her, like, if I have time to spare after playing this account for a bit. But I want to make some progress, and that means, yes, that means E2ing Amia. That means maybe I can go do the Annihilation, because the week is almost over with that. And, oh, this is going to be spicy. I'm still going to need, this is still going to take some time, though, to cook. Yeah, that's fine. I need to buy a catalyst. Catalyst. Alright. Back to the base. Going to here. We are gonna cook this up real good. How long? It shouldn't actually take 2 hours. Let's see if I have Nope, I can't make it go faster. Actually, that's not true. I can make it go faster. I can do this. Right, that'll make it go a little bit faster. And there's actually something else I might be able to do too. We can do that. That's not really necessary, but we're gonna do it anyways. Because I got some space to spare. So, one of the things that I did to make my base, my morale a little less of an issue, and also for the pin board, we upgraded one dorm to level 4, and that allows this dorm to make 4,000 ambience, which got us the pin board mission, right? We still need to upgrade a skill specialization, though, to get Texas, and that's very, very important, so we are going to farm for that, too. But Amiya E2 we're closer to that, so that's a priority. We need to see if her Mastery 1 on this is cheap or not. But, man, it'll be nice when she's E2. That means we could potentially be very close to completing that annihilation. Oh, man. So... Oh yeah, that's right. Can't do that yet. We need Shaw. Shaw! I can't believe I'm gonna farm one. These are so fucking a pain in the ass to farm too. But we need it. We need it. Oh, pray to God I get it this quickly. We'll actually use one of these. We'll do 3 runs. And pray to God it doesn't take more than this to get one of these. I think the drop rate's around 20%. Is Fang gonna die? Nope. He's gonna get worried there. He's gonna get mad. I was like, that shouldn't be RNG. Oh boy. I can't wait to get Perfumer to max potential as well. Perfumer's potentials are really important. Perfumer's talent carries her a lot. Her base stats are not very good. However, she scales extremely well. So for instance, you know, her healing, especially before you get her to E1 when she doesn't even have a talent, it's pretty bad. And Telopsis, for example, has way better stats. And Perfumer, though, her actual healing, when you get her pimped out, I think it outshines. So, I mean, we're talking about overall healing, max output, not single target. So Telopsis, if you're trying to keep a tank alive and you burn her skill 2, her healing throughput on that target will always be higher than Perfumer. But Perfumer's, because her talent is global and her attack speed doesn't really matter for her talent, the amount that you're getting out of it is way more than you might normally think. Like, so if she's getting 7% of her healing global, that's max pot max module level, if she's getting 7%, her attack interval is around 3 seconds, like 2.8 seconds. She's actually getting 2.8 times that effect because that 7% is a per second tick. It's ticking every second. So you're getting 7, 14, not quite 21%. It'll end up being like 20, 19, maybe 19% global healing. And her S2 gives her half the healing per second, but it gives her like over triple the attack. So it ends up being a big boost to her healing, but the way that she keeps people from not dying with that really long attack interval, because at that point it's like a 5-second, maybe over a 5-second attack interval. But you have to understand that because she's getting such a massive attack boost, her talent's stacking with that, and it's doing per second ticks. So her passive regen becomes very impressive. And when you consider that it's applying to everyone on the map, if you have 8 or 9 operators and each of them are getting those ticks, we're talking like, 800 healing per second, or something like that. Like, it's crazy. Just passive. And then on top of that, she can heal 4 targets with her module and has that massive attack. So even with the penalties taken into account on attack speed, her talent is why. Like, if she didn't have that talent, that attack speed penalty would be brutal. Talopsis doesn't have any attack bonus. In a way, Talopsis kind of operates exactly the opposite. Instead, she just starts casting really, really fast with no bonus to her own attack at all. Perfumer is also really funny to buff with Sculptor. Just because, like I said, her base stats aren't that impressive. She lives on her talent and on her skill too. But if you put her in a Sculptor buff, like, her stats become pretty good. Because when your maximum attack is like 350, 370, somewhere in that range, and you add 250 to it, it's like it's pretty massive. Now, she doesn't get multiplicative bonuses with her skill 2. That's a little unfortunate. That's not really a problem with Talopsis, because Talopsis just does attack speed, and attack speed benefits fully from any attack buffs you're granted through buffers. So, buff ability, that's a topic I'm going to have to do a video on. I definitely should make a list of topics that could fit in a 5 to 10 minute explanation and be connected to other topics to where, you could spend like 2 hours watching every 5 to 10 minute video to become a strategy overlord or something, But you could also do it piecemeal. It's like maybe you know a topic, or you feel like that's not one of your weaknesses, you don't have to watch it type stuff, So that's why I kind of want to do that and put them all into a playlist. But yeah, buff ability, which operators gain more from levels. So for instance, if you have E2s and you're considering like max leveling, I can't say there's no such thing as an operator that's worth max leveling, but there is the discussion, which one do you get the most value out of? Because that's, not all max levels are equal. That's for damn sure. So there are characteristics that operators have that max level is significantly more meaningful on. The biggest one I can think of is Juggernauts. So like Mudrock, everything that levels give you make Mudrock better at Mudrocking in a way that other operators don't have, because each of those things also interplay with each other. So for instance, right, Mudrock's shields heal her for a percentage of her hit points, and her skill 2 also generates percentage of her hit points. So when you increase her hit points, you also increase the amount that she heals during those triggers. And that's kind of a big deal. But on top of that, when you're raising her defense, you're taking less damage. So it's like you're getting this compounding effect where you take less damage, you have more hit points, you heal back more hit points, and like all of these things work together and multiply the strength. Whereas if I have an operator like Jay, right? Jay doesn't... Well, that's not entirely true. Jay does have actually something that helps a lot with levels, but you don't get the same amount of compounding effect. So Jay has additive damage, so whatever his attack is, you get like a flat bonus to it, right? And his gimmick is that his healing is based on how much damage he deals, right? So the more damage you deal, the more healing you do. But because he deals physical damage, that means that his healing is really only effective when you deal a certain amount of damage over armor thresholds. So raising his attack really has an outsized benefit if you're getting further ahead of an armor threshold, but if you're not, it's basically meaningless. So it's not that levels don't matter for Jay, but compared to Mudrock, it's not even close, right? Another example, Bagpipe. Bagpipe has nearly perfect synergy for max levels. The only thing she's missing is percentage-based hit point gains. So any operator that has something that is based on a percentage of their own stats, so like Hoder's a great example. Hoder's S1 gets him 20 to 25% of his max hit points back, right? Because that's a percentage of his health. Raising his health with levels becomes massively meaningful, just like with Mudrock, right? And so Bagpipe doesn't have that. But Bagpipe has a fast attack speed, so any extra attack she gets, it's being applied more often. She gets RNG extra hit procs with multiplicative damage on them from her talent. So again, that means you're getting 36% more attack every time that procs. So you're getting more efficient stat application, and that hits an extra target. So that's I guess you would say virtual attack speed. And so, yeah, the faster a operator's attack speed, the more value they get out of increasing attack. The more they gain hit points or heal based on their health point pool, the more valuable hit points become. If they block, and if they're expected to block, then defense and res become valuable, though res doesn't increase with levels. But defense does. And so that's meaningful if you're reliant on having to actually tank hits. So not incredibly important for casters, but meaningful still for guards. So Thorns and Silver Ash. Silver Ash is a good example. If you have to wait 15 seconds to get Silver Ash's skill, then the extra defense could be the difference between his skill working in a situation if you're doing like a Helidrop strat, and him kind of dying before you can get the effect that you need out of his skill 3, for example. So, how valuable is that? How much levels do you have to get for that to become meaningful? So, in the case of Silver Ash, again, it's not nothing, but it's nothing like Mudrock. So there's a range of attributes that make characters good candidates for max level. There's also attributes that make characters good for buffing. Arknights is extremely good for buffing because she has a fast attack speed. She can deal multiple hits, and her skills deal multiplicative damage, except for S3. If you're using S3, Arknights' buff ability goes from fantastic to mediocre. Hey, we got one. It cost us way too much sanity to get, but we got one. And now, Shaw. Ugh, so expensive. That's not Shaw. So expensive! Actually, we want her to still be default to skill 1. But hey! All of that so we can do 14-8. And on skill 2. Okay. This should work now.
矢はつがえてあります。
I'm hoping. It might still be a little complicated. We'll see. On my main account, I used Weedy S3. And that has even stronger push force. I think I got it to this tile here. I need it to be at least this tile. I'm gonna do that.
どんな戦いになるかしらね。これが戦場というものね。
大丈夫だ。
貫く。
みんなこっち来て。はいはい。消防規則にのっとり違反行為として処罰する。
Did that even go any further?
警戒対策。
落ち着け。難しい処理だけど十分な時間。
本気で行くよ。わかりました。ええ、必要確かに。はい。主の祝福が
抗ってみなよ。
弓を引いて狙った私が怖いですか。さていつかも一発で仕留めます。弓を引いて狙いを定め。
Oh god! Yeah, we did not push it far enough.
わあ、本気で行くよ。
But maybe it won't matter.
位置についたよ。元気出して。
No! Why aren't they taking damage?
ドクター。
That's so stupid. How much push force do I freaking need?
あなたの未来に可能性を増やせるのなら。
Because once it's going, like, I'm not... How the fuck am I supposed to heal them long enough to deploy another fucking pusher to push it a little bit deeper? Man. Oh, I have an idea. I can put it here. I can just deploy it one tile further. Because that does go... That does go an extra tile forward, I think. We'll try it.
出動します。みんな助けに来たよ。
We didn't get enough distance.
私
I'm
た
gonna
ち
be
にお
so
任せくだ
pissed
さい。
if it still doesn't work.
わあ、みんな
It's bullshit.
了解。
Yeah, that'll work. I need it there.
武器は磨いてある。
大丈夫だ。勇気を出せばきっと。
みんな私に続け。
怖くはないわ。わあ、みんなこっち来て。獲物を見つけました。福音が指先に集まる。
心配しないで。僕がついていますから。
はい。消防規則にのっとり違反行為として。
Wait, what? Why the fuck didn't it move?
振動を感じ。
Ah, god damn it!
ドクター、ひとまずここを離れて。
Why did it not move?
僕が残ることであなたの未来に可能性を増やせるのならぜひ。
You piece of shit. Did I do it too soon? I don't know.
出撃の許可が下りました。 私たちにお任せください。
わあ、リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
Now we will do Shaw first.
結構いるな。
大丈夫だ。勇気を出せばきっと。
悪くない。
しっかりしてください。
This.
ほら、まずは深呼吸してみて。
わあ、本気で行くよ。これが戦場というものね。
頑張って。治療はもうすぐ終わりますから。
了解。消防規則にのっとり違反行為として処罰する。
しっかりしてください。ほら、
本気で行くよ。美味しいもの食べよう。了解しました。
心配しないで。
消防規則にのっとり違反行為として処罰する。みんなお腹すいた。主の祝福があらんことを。弓を引いてね。
しっかりしてください。ほら、まずは深呼吸してみて。
God damn.
さて、どうするかな。
Is this gonna be a problem?
備えは万全です。
わあ、みんなこっち来て。弦の振動を感じて。落ち着いて。
綿落とし。
Oh shit, we got it. A little scuffed, but we got it.
大将、これで終わりですかね。
So that should be every farming thing we need. Sweet. What's this stage? Can I do this stage? Oh boy. So you just go in here. I really wish these guys went this way so that you could use a puller. But they don't. They go this way like assholes. Oh, you know what I bet you're supposed to do? I bet you're supposed to put the thing here and, like, I don't know, fucking push it to get here. I bet you're supposed to push the thing to get somewhere around here. Or maybe pull it so that they run around. Because they try and get it and then bring it to here. And then you can use a puller. We can try something like that. This is just a theory craft. I'm not sure how well this will work, but I'll try it in practice.
総員、出発前に装備品のチェックを。
ドクター、ここっていい景色だね。
待機。次の指示を待ちます。
Fuck, it's like already here. That means this is like really hard to move. I thought I was going to get a box to deploy for this. I can't do anything. Oh wait, maybe that's not true. I'd need to E2 a Cliff Heart though. And have like more pull force. If they could pull it this way, and then I could put Shaw here to push. But I don't have the units for that.
今回は残念だったけど、これくらいでは諦めないわ。
So 14 to 9 is probably impossible without borrowing a unit. And I'm not going to borrow units for this because I have farming stages unlocked. If I'm hard locked here with my current squad level, it's fine. We're not really losing progress as long as we can get the good drop rate on the tier 3s. That's all that matters. Not that tier 3 though. Nobody likes you cutting fluid. These are pretty valuable. I definitely need devices. And I should have... Dang it, I guess you have to click this. Scene would not be a bad bet for this account either. I need... Is there something I needed? I think I need... I already bought the gels. I could just buy leveling materials. How close are we to Amia? How much does this get me? 1. Let it cook a little longer. Oh, but masteries. Dang it! No! Shit! I don't want that. Do not want. Oh, there is something else I can check though. Cutter. Where is you? Oh yeah. We could farm these. We're still shy on LMD. This might be tomorrow's project. We might E2 Cutter tomorrow. The thing about Cutter that we get a lot of value out of from E2 is the talent upgrade. This 12% is kind of shit, but the more you get on this, it has a drastic impact. This 20% chance, much better. Then at max pot and with module upgrades and the 70 armor ignore, like, we can turn her into a Giga Chad. Because the thing is, her attack's a little low, but the dual strike and the 70 armor ignore is going to lower the threshold for things she's effective at with just her normal hits. And that's going to make, like, when I need these skills, a lot more of a choice and less mandatory, so that I can kind of tactically plan around when I use them, as opposed to having to use them to even be able to scratch things. So, that's an option. Another option is actually like Bybeak here, who's very good. But we're kind of avoiding spending gold certs. We're so close to the magical 180. And what we really want is the pick your own kernel banner. And then we can guarantee a bagpipe. Let's see who else is on here that is... I'm pretty sure we would take a bagpipe 100% of the time. Yeah, definitely a bagpipe. And then if I didn't have a Vigna, I mean, maybe I should just skip Vigna and wait for bagpipe. That is a possibility. Let's see if there is low-hanging fruit here. Wait, what? No, we have that. We have that. Defender. We're not raising a defender, though. Did that. Oh, but we didn't get to floor 5. Caster. We did get our caster chips. We're good on that for now. Oops. Healer. Not yet. We'll do that before we do Lumen. Supporter. That'll get us J. Not oof, but this squad. Oh boy. Carnelian is hard to work. And I don't really have something that guarantees I can kill Phantom. When I have a E2 Amia, I have a decent shot at doing the majority of the damage on Phantom with Amia. I really only have to combine like a little bit more damage to kill him, and a Neural and Carnelian would be fine. But I don't think I can do this squad without an E2 Amia. But hey, we're doing Amia before we do J anyways, so that isn't too much of a problem. But let me see if there's any. Is there any low-hanging? Of course. And these? Nope. So it's not really worth my time doing IS2 too much until we have a high enough value squad to not be overly reliant on borrowing units that can carry us at least to the first ending. That's unfortunate. And IS3 is, well, harder to start out in than IS2. And IS4 is way harder. So so I have choices to make. I mean, I could actually have a little bit of time left. I could switch over to my other account and try and do the last boss on challenge mode, because I did the Amia unlock on it, but I haven't done the challenge mode. Or I could farm for something that I need. I kind of actually don't want to come back for Amia, because I need this to finish. Otherwise, I'm going to be producing fat nothing in here while these are cooking. That is a little bit of a problem. So, let us see. How far can I get it? I mean, it really is better to do this once you can get all of them out of there. What to do in the meanwhile? I feel like... Oh, there is a... Let me check something. So one of these... Nope. We did those. I'm kind of far away from E2ing either of those. I don't need that yet. And we have that already. I don't have this yet, but I'm still a ways away from actually just needing a lot of these. I still need a lot of these. And that's why I've been farming. Actually, I wonder if it's better to farm this. This is probably the best one for me to farm. But I can see if I can do this yet. No Cliff Heart. Mouse. No Shaw. Actually. No, I don't want Shaw. What do we want? Oh, lava. I'm retarded. We probably need more levels on lava to be able to do this. But we will see. We got a little bit more power than we had before. And a Myrtle. We can get shit out sooner.
どうやらもう迷っている場合ではないようですね。出発しましょう。
悪くない。
貫く。リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。 の祝福があらんことを福音が指先に集まる。位置についたよ。福音が指先に集まる。
貫く。
怖くはないわ。りんごちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
来い。
福音が指先に集まる。
みんな私に続け。
了解しました。みんなお腹すいた？みんなこっち来て。
うまく対処できるはず。
現には3つの選択が、敵には3種の苦難があります。怯えたりしませんから。
落ち着け。難しい処理だけど。
この声は泣いている。弓を引いて狙いを
We have a shot at this now.
放つ。
しっかりしてください。ほら、まずは深呼吸してみて。
If we complete this, I'm definitely not above just doing it to get the clear and the first time bonus, even if I don't really need to farm it
早
yet.
く。亡霊だってお前を救えない。はい、皆さんが私のことを信じてくれてますから。元気。
さあ、あと少し。
問題ない。ほら、しっかり。
Might still be out of reach. Yeah, we're still missing some DPS.
ムースだって。
We are still missing some DPS.
今回は残念だったけど。
Mastery on
これくらい
Lapland
で
will help
諦めないわ。
for the damage and the better cycle time. And we probably have to put levels on Lava. We would probably have to max her out. Unfortunate. What to do while I wait for Amy's chips to cook? That is the question. I guess we will go to the other account and fool around a bit, and then I'll just come back to this before signing out. So give me one moment, I'll switch over. Log out.
Arknights.
You haven't changed one bit, my friend.
Were you the one who decorated this room? No, nothing.
Get some
I am a Jianghu
juice
wanderer,
going.
and we are not picky.
Let's see. The Proviso squad is up.
Can I apply for a more comfortable chair?
Get them out
Rhodes
as
Island. This landship sure has
Ooh,
gotten
they're
a
getting a
lot
bit low.
brighter.
What am I doing today?
I need to look at what her Rick skills are. I don't know what this time of reunion does. I'm curious now.
This place still feels like home.
Alright. Oh wait, no, I need to get Rosmontes out of there too. We'll put, where are you? I cannot wait for the team's
interested in my instruments?
update for this, the base
can teach you
update.
how to play.
However, I'm not sure if stuff like the Rosmontes combo will work. But that's fine. Anything that simplifies will be appreciated.
Rhodes Island is a
Actually,
beautiful ship.
I get
Sadly,
Teresa up
May I
here.
use my own office chair?
It's nice. Clean.
What's my production at? Ugh. what I do. It dropped off so much. I don't know what I fucked up, but I fucked up something the other day. What's our trust at? 57?
You haven't changed
how much
one
time
bit,
until
my
this
friend.
finishes
Same as it
too?
ever was. And honestly,
We're almost
that's
there.
not bad.
We are cooking on that.
You haven't changed one bit, my friend.
The name's Rope. Nice to meet you. Oh, here's your ID card.
Fresh. Nothing.
Attention! I am Doberman, former military instructor for the Bolivarian Armed Forces. Now let's cut.
Also nothing.
どうも
Got here.
行動呼び取り A6 のスポットだ
No. Nothing. Nothing.
I'm Lava, a caster. Here to join you simply because I'm bored and want something to do. But I heard my sworn nemesis is here.
I don't think it matters. We already did that. I think we're, where are you? How much do we have? 33? I don't know if that's worth it yet. I'll save it up. We need to do this one? I don't even think I need to change anything from what I did last time. I don't remember what I did last time, though. I kind of remember what I did last time. It's not,
These wonderful days just never end.
Picked out your bait yet? Nothing can mask the scent of despair.
じゃあこの宴会の歌に耳を傾けて Magma will dredge up Originian veins.
oh, you son of a bitch.
Pablo, you ran into me.
Moving to designated location.
Forward!
I know nothing can mask the scent of despair.
You saw nothing.
That. Oh, she just switched to healer. I didn't do that.
Trash the mission briefing. I know what you want.
Better watch your step.
Melt away, like a thriving stone. The Revenant's battling, poor little guy. It's your unlucky day.
I think I had her one thing further forward. That might be a problem.
How soon do you want them gone? You want my emotionless, meaningless here.
Oh, that didn't do shit.
I got this. Focus elsewhere. They only remember following me into the shadows. Still mulling things over, Doctor. Use your weapon.
There we go.
Forward! Discipline strengthens the will.
Oh,
Moving to designated
get out there,
location.
Texas. Dang it.
gods.
I'm listening. Don't. Nothing can mask the scent of despair.
The Revenant's battle is always so focused on the ground. But have you forgotten to look above?
This will keep you quiet.
Still soaking yourself in the past?
That's a problem.
獲物を見つけました。福音が指先に集まる。
Oh, you stupid freaking revenant.
Follow me behind me. I won't take a single step back. よくだよ。祝おうよ。Touch the advice.
Emotion is meaningless here.
In position. Roger, Wilco.
Well then.
You ran into me.
What a thrilling battle.
Oh yeah.
Now what does this doctor
Whatever.
standing
A win's
next
a
to
win.
me think? Looking out over the
A
battlefield.
win is a win.
Nah, save it. I'm not all that interested.
I don't actually think so. I don't think the DPS matters that much here. What matters is just how many ops. I don't think it's as much of a race because it's based on her hit points when you get those prisons. Maybe there's a certain element of like if you take way too long, then just everyone gets locked down. But like Wizardel is not necessary for that at all. That just means that I don't have to have a healer on what's her face or anything like that. Ascalon. Any like AoE unit that you can kind of deploy up here can get the job done, I think. I actually kind of want to test there's something I want to test on this account. And that is
You haven't changed one bit, my friend.
I want to test Rosmontis with Praminix. We want a Rosmontis.
任務分かってる。
And
私がオペレーターのみんなを守るよ。
Praminix.
May the holy Mount Carlin be with us.
Need Amy, we won't. DP maybe? We could be
A day of fine
take out
sun
variables
and
of
gentle
healing.
breeze. I hope everyone makes it home safe.
We're just gonna go for DP in this case. Myrtle's fine.
There's a mission? I want to go!
I'm not gonna end up using most of these ops. I want to see how Rosmontis compares, but with a Praminix, because the whole thing with the shockwaves
Honor your orders!
is how
Move
armor
out!
interacts
I'm here
with
to help.
it.
Ooh, we're counting on... Don't worry! You got me!
Oh, I should have put a mountain in here to just put down
Victoria.
here. We'll see how relevant that is.
Timely rain. Bravery shall overcome evil. Ooh, we're counting on you again today, little apple. If you're really incapable, sow the mountains when summer leaves the white dew. Seed the plains when equinox paints russet hue.
You have my blessings.
How
gonna do
soon do
that.
you want them gone?
Discipline strengthens the will. Ooh, gather around me, guys.
I really shouldn't need anyone else.
I got this.
We'll just do that
Focus
just so that
elsewhere.
people don't leak. last ditch slow
strengthens
and
the
deal
will.
damage on the guys here. But what I really want to see, I just want to see Rosmontis' damage on Patriot with Praminix. Because I feel like it'll be spicy.
They only remember you.
Oh, she's on the wrong skill.
Discipline strengthens
Oh
the
well,
will.
whatever. It'll still do enough damage.
I have to get serious now.
So this is where we are in skill range now.
Here are my
So these shield guards get fucked up, but Patriot still has too much
Bravery shall
armor.
overcome evil.
I was really curious how Praminix would do. We probably need a Warfarin buff on her. And I probably need the level 3 module as well and all that. But even then, I don't know if she has what it takes. So...
They only remember you stepped into my domain. Be careful, spirits.
we need more armor shred.
Strengthens the will.
But these guys are fucking getting chewed up. The normal shield guards melt. It's just a little on the weak side for Patriot.
Orders, please. I'm headed into the thick of it. You saw nothing. In position. Don't come any closer.
This is a little unfortunate.
Be careful. These powers are a gift from the
Though the mountains, when summer leaves the white dew,
meet your death.
No, Praminix, how could you? Oh, that was the spear, wasn't it?
Target.
Here, have another spear target. Sorry, Arketo. You are the sacrificial lamb. On Patriot's phase 2, dude, it's no problem. Rosmontis doesn't even need Praminix. But phase 1 is still a little too much armor for Rosmontis to work. I was just curious.
You haven't changed one bit, my friend.
This place hasn't been redecorated. やっぱり仕事の後は飲みたくなるよね。
You
What
haven't
to do,
changed
what to
one
do.
bit, my friend.
I don't think there's any content for me to do. We've completed everything for this. Unfortunately. But and all the secret stuff. Let me look at, you know what? I haven't even looked at Amiya's kit. That is something for me to look at. Where? Oh, that's right. Here. I don't even know what she does. Well, we'll start with, yeah, I know about the incantation. When deployed. Oh, she doesn't have a module, though. So, wait a minute. I'm not on crack, right? They have modules? Yeah. Dude, why doesn't Amy have a module? Blasphemy! Anyways, she should have the module. When deployed, all allied units have max HP plus 8%. That's really good. That's like really good. So this 8%. The reason why 8% HP is really, really good is because a handful of defenders do not have 4,000 hit points. Like Hoshigumi here, 3850. I need to try something real quick. Testing stage. We need a Hoshiguma. Amiya.
I will protect everyone.
Alright. I need to see if
Let's keep moving
if
forward.
Hoshiguma breaks the 4K barrier
This staff
with
is bound to my thoughts.
that talent. I feel like she will. I mean, I could just do the math, but...
Not one step backwards.
Boom! That's huge. So, like, Saria... I think Saria can get kind of close to this with her module, because her module has hit points on it. There's a number of defenders that don't break 4K, and 4K is a hit point threshold. So, for instance, the Londinium Cannon, Hoshi only survives it on RNG, but with Amiya as a healer, she can just survive it outright. So that's actually a pretty big deal. Also, like, I had to use Praminix for 10% enfeeble for her to be able to tank Patriot's Phase 1 stable. So for the most part, she can tank it, or without adding, you know, I needed an extra unit. It's been possible even before the module for her to tank Patriot indefinitely, but how many units you need to dedicate to do it is kind of important. So I needed to use... Oh, I was going to use Praminix anyways, but Praminix's module specifically was required for the 10% enfeeble for the clear that I did. Where... Actually, that's not true, because the clear that's on my YouTube channel is using skill 3. But I tested Hoshi's skill 2 to just indefinitely tank Patriot, and she would occasionally die without Praminix's enfeeble. And so with the extra hit points, that would not be an issue. She'd actually be able to survive. Because Nian gets one-shotted without an active skill or without her level 3 module. Nian's module is also incredibly good. But this hit point buff, that is really useful for defenders that are like at 3,800 hit point range, you know, to get them over the 4K threshold. Let's see how her damage is. These guys have some decent res, so that's kind of expected. Attack speed, certain range by HP equal to 20% attack upon each attack. Doesn't that mean the healing goes down? Oh, all nearby allies. What's the range? Is it this? Wait a minute. Is she, like, kind of cracked? Hold up. Hold on. Oh, that's the range. I see.
We shall breach into the promised dawn.
Dude, Amiya might be... Healer Amiya might be kind of cracked. This is a lot of healing. Because she has way more attack than, like, Skalter. And look at how that... I mean, that's ticking more than once per second. And this is the sort of thing that also gets enhanced by, like, attack speed and integrated strategies. I mean, the charge takes forever. What's the SP cost? 70. High cost. I'm curious what her module is going to be now.
Mission accomplished.
Interesting. And
What's
her other skill? What's her other skill?
I'll try to extinguish them.
Calm,
No matter how many times it takes.
Attack with... So first of all... Ooh, that's a really good... Only used once per battle, though. Oh! Okay. All enemies in range. I see. So at max mastery, this probably goes up to 35 seconds. I don't know if the cost drops. It may. 20 is pretty low. It might go down to 25. This, I mean, it doesn't even matter if this goes down. This probably goes up, though. Like, that might go up to 15. But it doesn't matter. We're at a 15-second SP charge, and my guess is Mastery 3 probably raises this up to 35 and this to 200. And attack, so 1 attack. But true AoE. This is way easier to activate than her guard form.
Yes, I understand.
I want everyone to get home safe.
I'm not a big fan of can only be activated once, though. That basically means is completely useless except for whichever phase on a boss is most annoying. So on Patriot, it's phase 1. On most bosses, it's phase 2.
Teresa's emotions. I'll manifest them here.
It charges so quick, though. And now we just gotta wait for a blob to appear. It's a bit unfortunate my Oshi's so stacked. Like, she actually just deals too much damage for this stage these days. Because these guys don't have, like, a ton of armor. And her Thorns effect is based on her attack, not enemies' damage. And so raising her attack makes that ability, like, pretty fucking good. Like, she does very well in a Sculptor buff.
Won't slow my
What do we get?
steps.
So, oh, but she has... Okay. How many stacks did I get? 1198. I'll have to reverse engineer. And she has like just almost 600 attack, I think. So yeah, we got all our stacks. We got the full stacks. That's her maximum attack.
I'm here, Doctor.
It is not incredibly impressive. It's also not masteried. And literally that's all we get. I mean, for a welfare unit, I'm sure there's some use for that. True damage is true damage. But that's not like a staggering amount of it. I feel like Elemental is probably just going to get you more bang for your buck, like Necrosis. So, like, I mean, I know it's unfair to compare her to, like, Ebenholtz or, what's his face? The Logos, but, or Virtuoso. But Virtuoso is the limited.
I'll try to extinguish them.
Not terribly impressed with skill 2. Skill 1 is pretty cool. It does have a long cooldown. I can't see. I can't go in here to see if she gets SP reduction on that. Dang it!
Hey, Revenant! Get the hell out here and start working.
Dang!
You haven't changed
Oh
one bit, my
man,
friend.
I need to know if she gets SP reduction on that. Like, I can look it up on the internet, but I have to go a ship. No, we actually don't need that. We want Amia healer. Game press, maybe? It doesn't really matter. Is that gonna work though? Amia medic. I just want to see the masteries here. Skill 1. So it's SP 70, 50 seconds. We get no reduction. Oh, I hate masteries that don't have cycle time improvement. We get attack speed. And healing goes up. So her burst healing probably becomes pretty cracked with that. What's her module deal? It probably just, it boosts the healing amount by 60%. That's expected. And then...
When the ether darkens, 'tis
hit
an
points
omen
by
that
10%!
snowfall draws near.
That's, yeah, that's pretty nice. 10% more hit point, passive. That's a really good passive. The 3.5 health per second would be good if her cycle time wasn't crap. Like, that's practically useless on her S2. But on her S1, I mean, you get that for 50 seconds, but then you have that 70-second wind up. And I don't know of an especially good way to battery medics, or even incantation, sort of hybrid, you know, harm assists, if you will. Not amazing, not terrible. I would really like, if I could change anything. Where is she? Where'd you go? Oh, I keep clicking caster. If I could change anything about this skill, I would probably cut both of these in half. I would rather have like a 35-second charge and a 25-second duration. That would make this skill so much better. I don't know why a Hypergriff does this. I don't know, maybe they think it's more valuable on healers, because there are healers that have long duration skills that are semi-popular. Like this one lasts 60 seconds and has the worst fucking cycle known to mankind. But typically if people are using this skill, they're only ever planning on using it once in a stage, and that's it. And even if this had a better cycle time, I don't really know if it would be used more than skill 2. Same with Nightingale, for the most part. But, yeah, I'm not a fan. Like, in general, I think all of these skills would be better if they had half the cycle time, even if they had the exact same uptime ratio. It just makes everything more tactical. It gives you more flexibility, and makes timing less of an issue, because it pretty much guarantees you're only going to use this stage once. It's just in theory you could use it more than once, but in practice you'll get unless your stage goes on for over 3 minutes, you're not going to get another usage of this, and like well over 3 minutes. So that's unfortunate. I'm not a big fan of skills that have cycles like that, but overall it's not terrible. And I still haven't really looked at Teresa that closely either. Let's see. In theory I could even test her out, but I don't have the levels really to do her justice, so I probably won't be able to test her until... Well, somebody might have her to borrow. Borrow her? Can we borrow one? Yep. Obviously no masteries. Which skill is this though? I can't change skills when I borrow units, right? This is the last one, right? Yeah. Trying to think if there's like a meat shield that I can put in there that won't die, but it'll take some damage. I might just not even deploy Amia. I don't think I'm going to get much value out of testing this, though. I'm going to need to actually build my own to come up with an actually good test. Because the hit point rebalancing, that really has a lot more to do with boss AoEs.
Not one step back.
That's where you have, like...
It's okay.
Because of their attack range... What is the range of this? Because of their attack range, you pretty much need to use bards in a fortress or castle strategy, which means having units clustered up. But almost every boss in the game has some sort of anti-castle strategy these days, normally in the form of a bunch of AoEs that are designed to be survivable by tanks and some of your sturdier DPS, but it's generally designed to one-pop things like healers, casters, maybe marksmen, your ranged DPS primarily, stuff like that, maybe even ambushers if they're unlucky and don't dodge, or if they don't, if it's... They have pretty high resistance, so they can actually be pretty tanky against arts. And so the rebalancing hit points basically means that at least if things don't die, you can transfer, I think it transfers hit points from high hit point to low, but also healing everyone. But it means that if somebody's like topped off and somebody's low, that when you rebalance it, because it's in an aura, the healing that you're dealing becomes a lot more efficient. You're healing more health per second. It maximizes her ability to just do throughput on health per second, basically. But I'm not sure it helps with people not getting completely one-popped.
Doctor,
I'm just gonna activate it and see what happens.
every one of you. Doctor, I have faith in your command.
What does that mean? 80%?
Yes, sir.
Is that just healing? Yeah, because this is her talent proc. That's not bonus stats. $5,000 hit points, though. That's a pretty chonky improvement on hit points. Was that in the...
Doctor,
that might be in the
I
talent,
have faith
right?
in your command.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
Doctor,
Sarcasm.
I have faith in your command.
Trait. Hit point. Restores hit points. Is your hit points improved right now? Nope. So it's only when the skill's up.
Doctor, I have faith in your command.
Equal to 80% of her max HP. Oh, I see. That's the inspiration effect. So her HP is what's determining how much other people are getting HP. I get it. So this is the healing factor, and this is based on her HP stat. 80% of this is given to everyone, and then it's every 2 seconds hit points are rebalanced. So this does allow her to make other units survive those AoEs just by increasing base hit points. And does that work on her though? Because if she dies, then that's not... with a max hit points of 1658, that's not terribly impactful. And the cycle time is kind of shit.
This staff is bound to my thoughts. I'm here, Doctor. Doctor, keep striding forward.
No, she does not get any extra hit points. So that's kind of that's a problem. That limits the utility of this by a lot. You're really relying on that 10% less damage from Sarcasm. Well then.
Mission accomplished.
That's probably not the skill that I would default on her. And that's
I'll
her skill
try to
3, I
extinguish
believe.
No
So
matter
let me look
how
at her
many-
other
You haven't
skills.
changed one bit, my friend.
Trait effect. And that's it. So that's just more healing. More healing and more particle generation. That just makes her a passive healer. Or a healer. And that's it, right? Response for particles. Clyde's ally disappears. Trait effect. Disappeared particles respawn. Oh, it does specify talent 1, right? Trait. Oh no, trait. So not even talent, just this. It doesn't do a whole lot. That's literally just more healing. Immediately gain 6 particles orb, and this is the damage one, right? Gain inspiration, 80% of attack. So this buffs other operators with attack. Wait. Particles no longer collide. Instead deal damage. Does this also give them 80% healing? Hold up. I'll do what I can. She's still at danger of just being like
Did I just
one
see
tapped.
Amiya fighting?
But we'll see. We will see. Where are you? Here.
Will you lead us to victory once more? Doctor, will you lead us to victory
I'm not sure she'll survive, but we will see what happens.
I want everyone to get home safe. Not one step forward.
Just no trust bonus.
Got it.
756. So that's with the talent proc on her for the attack bonus.
It's okay. Keep striding forward. I shall be
It does increase her attack. They do get inspiration, so that's good to know. That means skill 2 is definitely her best skill. It's not even a question. They are healing, but they're only getting like the small... They're just getting the 10% healing effect. Yeah. Yep, that appears how it works.
Doctor, don't cry. It will all be over soon.
Alright.
Fall back now. I'll bring up the rear.
Alright, let's see if we cooked long enough for Amiya's skill.
You haven't
or
changed
Amiya's
one
elite
bit, my
level.
friend.
Put that up. Switch accounts once again. Nope, not that. This.
Arknights. Ohayo, Doctor.
僕が一番好きなのは窓から外の景色を眺めながらのんびりした午後を楽しむことです。一緒にどうです、ドクター？
Do we need to swap anyone? I think everyone will be okay till tomorrow morning. Alright. Alright, Amiya. You are up. Oh, I need money. I lied. All lies. Take it. We need... Is that enough? Nope. We need 30k more? Amiya. Oh, snap.
あの日の目に焼き付いた光景。叫びたくても声を出せないほどの絶望感。
And now we have her... What do I need for this? That's not too expensive. We're definitely going to do level 1 module on her at least. Skill 2 activated. I don't have a lot of levels though. That's unfortunate. Oh, I can't even do... Alright, whatever. We'll do whatever we can get.
本当に役に立つ知識ばかりです。
What's her hit points? I think she can survive now. So, I might be able to... We might be able to conclude... No, one thing first. This. Boo. got gypped. Can I do a mastery on her? I think we can. I need 2 of these and 2 of those. Alright. Dang it! Oh, come on! Oh, son bitch. You can do 2 of these. Alright, another project for another day. We are not going to worry about that right away.
いいところですね。清潔で静かでまるで棺の中の何か飲みませんか、ドクター。
Unfortunate.
どれどれ、面白そうなやつはいるかな？
Alright. A little unfortunate. We really are so close. Ah! And I don't have this yet. But I might be able to. Do I have... Perfect. Let's do a progress report on this. We... don't want Shaw. We'll keep Fang in there. So, Liskarm, Lapland, Mouse. J. Is J better than Gravel for this? It's fine, I guess. I'm not really... It's gonna be a struggle to even have a spot for that. Gummy is a backup. Fang is a backup. That should be everything. Oh. Wrong skill. Let's see if Amy's skill and extra levels make the difference. That is the real question. Because Amy is going to be tanking hits to the face.
Doctor, グムたちの帰りを待っててね。
各自配置につけ。
偵察完了。敵の位置を報告します。視界良好。みんな、こっち来て。
貫く。
これが戦場というものね。獲物を見つけました。弦の振動を感じ。
みんな、私に続け。
リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。了解しました。怖くないよ。弦には3つの選択が、敵には3種の訓練。
Oh, my DP. It feels so good.
リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。ここからはフースの戦いです。
貫く。
Feels so good.
私がついてるから。弦には3つの選択が、敵には3種の訓練があります。
Art's machine gun. Yeah, that's right. Get hosed.
みんな、私に続け。
本気で行くよ。
悪くない位置取りだね。
弦には3つの選択が、敵には3種の苦難があります。リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。私の役目は刀を振るうことだけ。いくらでも待つよ。弦には3つの選択が、 敵には3種の苦難があります。
Need to get at least another skill or two out of Myrtle.
戦闘の準備をしてください。弓を引いてこの声は泣いている。
So I'm gonna have to retreat her in a bit.
本気で行くよ。現には3つの選択が、敵には3種の苦難があります。 配置につきました。
I still have skill 1 on her. We might have to change that too.
本気で行くよ。福音が指先に集まる。偵察完了。敵の位置を報告します。みんな、こっちで。
Kevin soaring in the sky so high, a jetpack fueled by dreams and pie. But Tallulah with her mischievous grin, she dug a hole to watch him spin. He glanced down and saw the dirt, a pit of laughter and a bit of hurt. His jetpack sputtered out of juice. Kevin cursed his weird misuse. Jetpacks and holes don't mix it all. Kevin took a mighty fall. Tallulah laughed till she went red. Kevin tumbled on his head. Out of the hole he climbed with pride, dust and dirt but still alive. Tallulah smirked and gave a wink. Kevin just began to think. Next time he saw her with a plan, a jetpack show with no quicksand, avoiding pranks or clever wits, sticking to the sky, not the pits. Jetpacks and holes don't mix it all. Kevin took a mighty fall. Tallulah laughed till she went red. Kevin tumbled on his head. And holes don't mix it all. Kevin took a mighty fall. Tallulah laughed till she went red. Kevin tumbled on his head. Kevin tumbled on his head. Oh
yeah.
That worked pretty well. I got it properly timed that time. Man, I have so much more SP than I'm used to having at this point. I'm not really worried about retreating Myrtle. Like, if I need more than what I have, it's going to hell. But we're still gonna milk as much as I can get until the drones show up. That might mean maybe Mouse is better here, and then I can drop a gummy here after the bomb drones are done and we just get the Arcs drones. And then I have to worry about the Crushers a bit less up there. Also, Mouse didn't leak anything, which is nice, probably thanks to her, but I'd still like to get Mouse to level 60. We are very close to being able to probably complete this, though. We're very close to a Cutter E2, which allows me to put more stats on her so her defenses aren't low and her HP buffer is better.
弓を引いて狙いを。リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
しっかりしてください。ほ
Ah,
ら、
fuck.
まずは深
That
呼
was
吸
too
してみて。
slow. We need more damage on mouse still.
福音が指先に集まる。
心配しないで、僕がついていますから。
弦の振動を感じて。
心配しないで、僕がついていますから。
I haven't seen bomb
弦には
drills
3
though,
つ
so
の選択が、敵には3種の苦難があります。
we will keep Myrtle
リン
cooking.
ゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。弓を引いて狙いを定めて。
しっかりしてください。ほら、まずは深呼吸してみて。
本気で行くよ。福音だ。さあ、あと少し。わあ、本気で行くよ。
The other thing is I could have Cutter up here and Weedy, but I would have to level Weedy from scratch. Weedy S2 would work down here though just fine.
わあ、
I
本気で
think
行くよ。
that hits drones as well. I'm not sure.
弓を引いて狙いを定めて。
しっかりしてください。ほら、
And he leaked.
まずは深呼
We
吸
need
して
a
み
lot
て。
more damage on mouse for that to work.
リンゴちゃん、
Or like I said, to put her up here and put Gummy down here.
福音が指先に
頑張って。治療はもうすぐ終わります。
私の目を見て。わあ、本気
I
で
guess
行く
the
よ。
alternative is
私が怖いですか。
やってみましょう。
弦に
the
は
alternative
3
is
つの
more
選択が、
levels on
敵には3種の
on
苦
pretty
難があ
much
ります。
everyone for the DPS on Arketto. Well, between Arketto and Mouse, there probably is an amount where there's enough DPS for me to not leave those units at the top.
弦には3つの選択が、敵には3種の苦難があります。はい。
This is what we're gonna do.
治療はもうすぐ終わりますから。
Actually, we're gonna do that.
各自配置につけ。弓を引いて狙いを定めて放つ。みんな私に続け。弦の振動を感じて。みんな私に続け。弦の振動を感じて。ここからはブースの戦いです。みんな私に続け。位置についたよ。弓を引いて狙いを定めて放つ。
It's nice that Arketto is killing those now and they don't go through the loop.
しっかりしてください。ほら、まずは深呼吸してみて。
Was he
弓
healing?
を引いて狙いを定
Looked
め
like
て。
yeah, they're healing when they're standing here. What's healing them? Do these guys heal?
頑張って。治療はもうすぐ終わりますから。
弓を引いて狙いを定めて放つ。
しっかりしてください。ほら、
切り替えるんだ。おいしいもの食べよう。
心配しないで。僕がついていますから。
フムの特製料理だよ。
落ち着け。難しい処理だけど、十分な時間さえあれば。
福音が指先に集まる。 しいもの
I don't have
食
her
べよ
skill up this time.
難しい勝負だけ
Fortunate.
ど十分な時間さえあれば。
ええ気を確かに弦の振動を感じそうです。
心配しないで。
Please, live, please, live, please. Yeah, they are healing. I don't know why they're healing, but they are healing.
お腹すいた。
難しい処理だけど十分な時間さえあれば。
おいしいもの食べよう。そうですが。
心配しないで。僕がついてます
So,
から。
the only leaks we had this time were from the guys at the top. That is actually pretty big news.
心配しないで。僕がついていますから。
弓を引いて狙いを定めて放つ。
No! We cannot handle the crushers yet. Mouse died from that.
難しい処理だけど十分な時間さえあれば。
いくらでも待つよ。いくらでも振り返る。
Yeah, we still can't handle the crushers. That's fine. Progress report on that over. Keep our
勝て
old
たん
one.
だからそれでよし。
It doesn't
ド
really
クタ
matter.
ーいちいち気にしすぎると
Reward-wise,
捨てちゃうよって
Makes
ママ
no
が言ってた
material
よ。
difference. So, mouse. Mouse needs probably to be maxed at a minimum. Maybe even more than this. To be honest, she probably needs E2. And... well, if Mouse and Gummy were both E2, that would be a big deal. And Cutter. Liskarm was doing okay, as long as we don't get the crushers from the top looping around. And Amia just needs more raw levels, but that's not a big deal. Module would help charge the skill faster, and so does Potential 6, but I should be able to clear that way before I get Potential 6 on Amia. Perfumer, or, well, Lumen could use just more healing from Trust in, I don't know, at least level 60. Gets me a bit. He's rank 7. I could, in theory, do this to take down Amiya's, because she gets hit by those spears, she's always going to have health where I can remove this status. I can do this. Lumen's E2, though. E2, what is it? This right here, 12-second cooldown. Like, her skill 2 doesn't activate that often. And this would also prevent the crushers from getting through, prevent the crushers from necessarily getting through my guys in the middle. E2 Lumen would be actually a really good idea. And I'd have this skill. But if I had this, then I might actually... would it be smarter to put him at the top? No. I think I'd still want him on Amia. That might matter more than Perfumer at E2, though. What do I need for this? Oof. That's a hard sell. I can get these from IS2 if I play a lot. These I can get from the event. That's not so bad. These are bad. Yeah, I think that's where we're at. It has been 2.5 hours. I generally try to make the streams about 2 hours long, and then I end up going over like 99% of the time. So I am going to call it here, and we'll probably be online tomorrow again on stream, but I'm not entirely sure what I will do, so maybe not, because I might just be farming on this account, because we got as much of chapter 14 as we actually need in order to develop, and we really need just like levels and to build additional operators and to get as much of the event stores we can and that kind of stuff. So, and to get more of our operators to E2, and we need a single mastery, and to get Texas, and to build Weedy. There's a lot of stuff that we actually just need to farm for in order to take this account to the next level. And then for anyone who's watching this, leave a comment if you know somebody who could use this account when this experiment is done. So once I've sort of gotten past, I don't know if it's going to be Patriot or Tallulah, one of those two bosses, wherever the status of this account is, there won't really be a need for it. I don't plan on being a two account person, multi-accounter. That's not really my jam. I started this just to sort of piece my thoughts together on the new player experience. And so I will be giving this account away when I am at a point where I can say this account is now at, it's not really a new player account anymore. It's now like a mid-game, developing account. So it won't be particularly shiny or anything like that, but it will be efficiently run, and so anyone could literally just jump in and should be able to do events reasonably decently with what's on there. That is kind of the goal, to get a core squad up to where, like, when events like Babel drop or something like that, somebody could theoretically jump in and be able to complete the event without hitting some hard limit. Yeah, and IS for sure. I think I at least want to be able to defeat Phantom without relying on borrowed units. That's for sure as well. So that's kind of the goal for this account, to go through without spending any of the Originite Prime. How much time is sort of required if you do everything quote unquote the right way, and some of the lessons that I've learned along the way that go against some of the common dogmas. For sure, the amount of time it took me to get Myrtle was ridiculous. I got Myrtle like last night or something like that. It's been a month. I went a month without a Myrtle, knowing exactly how to get her, and just not having a Myrtle and having to use Fang. I didn't know that Gravel wasn't guaranteed. I ended up building J instead of Gravel, just because I was planning on building Gravel and just didn't have her. So stuff like that is gonna make it into my new player guide for sure when I produce those, because I really have to talk about some of the ops I think some endgame players just assume everyone has. The only ops you can assume that everyone has are, you can't even assume people will have max pot 3 stars, because I still have 3 stars that aren't max pot. And during the most sort of early game stages, when they're, pot 1, pot 2, no trust, they don't hold up like if I were to play on my other account with maxed out 3 stars. So, if I go, like when I was doing the Babel stages, I can't actually open it up, but, oh shit. When I was doing the Babel stages, right, I got hard stat checked on BB6. I eventually was able to clear it. BB7 I had to borrow unit. All the rest of them I had to borrow units for. But the thing is what was it? Oh, I totally forgot my thought. Oh yeah. Like the any guides, like the guide makers, like EchoGen and whatnot. One of the things that's a bit deceptive about their 3 stars is that a 3-star that's max level, max skill level, max pot is stronger than anything that a new player is going to have. Even like a 6-star, but it's not because it's not worth building the 6-star, and if you had built the 3 stars you'd be stronger. The issue is actually it's the lack of a trust bonus and not having the 3 stars at max pot, and by the time you would have that, the higher rarity units would be more developed and outshine them. That's one of the things, like, and for me, not having Myrtle and having to rely on Fang while having like a mixed rarity squad. So that was, the DP And again, with the guide makers, when they're max pot, like 3 stars at max pot cost a lot less to deploy, so DP pressure is less. And so if new players just go and build 3 stars before everything else, and they build all of them so that they can copy those guides, they might not even be able to copy those guides, because it can definitely be a bit misleading in how strong these operators are when you're actually a new player versus when you have an endgame account and you level them like down the road and you have a plethora of resources. And the other thing is they still end up using a handful of other operators, and you can't really, there was no way to spread out my resources to have like 15 different ops that were leveled, and that's kind of what you needed at bare minimum, and we're getting there. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 12. We don't use Ansel anymore. He's functionally replaced. 13 on Myrtle. We still need Lava, 14, but eventually she'll get phased out. 15, 16. So we need a minimum of 16 operators. And Shaw's eventually going to get phased out by Weedy. Cliffheart may or may not get phased out. I have no idea if I'm going to build a Gladia or if I'm just going to... I don't even know if I'm going to level her more and use pullers beyond this. EX8? EX8 on what event? On Babel? I mean, the event's over. I can't even, like, theory craft, like, what your strat would be. Because my main account... Here, I'll switch over again. My main account... I have almost every operator, and the vast majority built.
Arknights.
So, in a way, I can kind of, like, theory craft strategies pretty well. But what I can't simulate is if people have operators that aren't properly built. And I don't mean level 90. Level 90 is not properly built. Properly built for me is... at the module available level. Module is only required if it really like fundamentally changes the operator. Otherwise, I don't consider module required. But it really is, it's like at module level at a bare minimum, and whatever the main skill is at mastery 3. And that's like properly built. But it is shocking how many people will have like an E290 Texas altar in support. Let's see if we can find any weird ones. I definitely find more weird ones on my low level account, but let's just, for the sake of science, skill, oh no, never mind. Did they change this to where master, I guess these still don't allow you to use masteries, they just allow you to use modules if it's not a friend. I mean, this is, you know, mastery level 2, but maybe they're still building 104. On my other account, though, I'll go into friend support and I'll see like a E290 skill level 2. And I'll be like why? Who puts that many resources and then doesn't even bother to level up the skills almost at all? But I think it is kind of... I have enough friends in my list to where it's mostly people in my friends list. So I don't see a whole lot of that as opposed to strangers. I mean, maybe. For me, if I look at Echo, it's to see if I'm retarded or not. That's like, if I'm really annoyed at something and I want to know, am I actually hard stat checked on my low level account, or am I just retarded? Let me go see what Echo did with low tiers, and then that'll let me know. So I knew when I was struggling on BB 5, right? When my squad was just barely not powerful enough for BB5, I looked at Echo's strat and I'm like, yeah, I can't. Like, I already thought of that strategy, like the idea. I'd already thought of that, and I was missing, I can't remember, I think I needed Gummy. Once I got Gummy, I was like, okay, now I can do that. So he used like a Papacar and a Midnight at the top to kill the guys. I didn't have anything to really kill them, because I had a Lapland, but I was using her at the bottom to just deal damage. And then, you know, Liskarm to tank. So Lapland was behind Liskarm. and then the chains to block the Lancers. But I needed the chains to be there so that it would slow the Lancers down, so that what's her face wouldn't get murdered.
'Tis an omen that
And
draws near.
and I could not stall the scissor guys at the top. Nothing I had could survive them long enough. But with a Gummy and a healer on Gummy, she could stall them infinitely. So once I got Gummy, I was like, oh, I can do this now. That was the secret ingredient for that. But I didn't even have Gummy in my squad. So I literally had to pull Gummy or get her from recruitment. I don't even remember how I got a Gummy. One of those two. And then once I had her, I like started building her immediately because that was one of the units I had always planned on using. But yeah, like, I like hatching sort of cocklemany ideas. I don't know if you were here earlier, probably not, but I was testing Rosmontis with Praminix to see if Praminix's debuff was strong enough to make Rosmontis at all competitive with Wizardel. Rosmontis still does fuck tons of damage. She was awesome in Babel, but if the enemy has high enough armor, it's still not enough. It's Patriot, Inferno, buffed Patriot is too strong, but the shield guards melt to Rosmontis and Praminix. So it's good to know that that combo works against most things, but the most armored enemies, you can't like big brain a Rosmontis into killing them. You need to use something more effective. But I do like doing kind of wild theory crafts and testings. I test a lot of things that other people don't because I want to know the truth. I don't want to know like the generic CN advice. So like that's why I do some wild stuff. And like I can even, I can do like most of that stuff live. Like I was just for fun, I did something on this stage which was because it's not too hard to recreate. W, and we had a bunch of tanks. I didn't want tanks that did like a whole lot of damage either. We want no! We want that quick select. We need tanks that don't do a lot of damage. And then we want someone to... Where is she? This is actually for her talent more than the healing. I don't actually think we need her healing. We need a bait. We need some DP gen just to make things quick. And we'll throw a bagpipe in there. I think that's all I need.
New data used to assemble package build.
I think that's all I need. So we'll do, I like doing like just cockamania experiments for stuff. And like this was one of them, just because I think it's funny.
Access for application map. And enemy coordinates authorized. Please stand by. We're counting on you again today, little apple.
信号は誰が戦場で旗を武器にするんだよ。
Vermin. I wasn't.
Might have been better if I put her in the middle. I'm not really sure.
I shall cover you.
問題ないよ。誰が戦場で旗を武器にするんだよ。
Arch unit charging. Get around, guys.
I should actually activate it still. And now we don't need Myrtle anymore. But this right here, just like annihilating everything in well, so the thing with Praminix is Praminix has 60% armor debuff. She has the strongest armor debuff in the game. And so it's not about amplification, because the thing is Rosmontis's damage, the shockwaves, they do half of her attack. And so you get more benefit out of reducing armor than you do boosting attack with Rosmontis. Because you get 100% of the benefit on every single shockwave from armor reduction. But that's assuming that you can beat armor thresholding. So if you can't defeat armor thresholding, then it doesn't... I shouldn't have activated her skill. Now she's doing too much damage. That's me being distracted. I even have like a song to go along with this. Where is it?
Yielding is not an
The
option.
activator skill. Where is it? Is it on the other page? Oh, it is. Wait, no!
I'm with you.
No! Alright, I'm fucking it up. There we go.
She's got a heart of steel burned black. Seen hellfire, live to tell. Nobody's savior, no one to trust. Once a wasteland, she's just dust. Bullets fly, she stands tall, laughs. Death a joke, she's the punchline. Fingers on triggers, but they miss. Loading murk in this abyss. Left is worth than nothing lasts. Fire in a rise, burning past. Broken dreams, shattered glass. Harder to kill than a cockroach. Bloody hands, no regrets. Violence is her only truth. Cold night streets are dead. Money, blood, nothing's proof. Rain flowing through her veins. Swamp filled with disdain. Life's a game, she lost the rules. Winners cry, she just crawls. Nothing's worth it, nothing lasts. Fire in her eyes, burning past. Broken dreams, shattered glass. Harder to kill than a cockroach. Nothing lasts. Fire in her eyes, burning past. Broken dreams, shattered glass. Harder to kill than a cockroach. Bloody hands, no regrets. Violence is her only truth. Broken dreams, shattered glass. Harder to kill than a cockroach.
I think this is the squad.
Than a cockroach. Than a cockroach.
Well, I have a song for this clear as well, but it's kind of hard to time, so I'll just start playing it now because I already have a video. I could do like a better edit of it, but where is it? Where are we at? Oh, here we go.
Her she in my eyes burn bright as flames. On the city lights, she writes her name. Reunion soldiers shake in fear. Doritos spin cuts through the air here. With a grin, she steps into the fray. Laughing loud, she tears them to the play. Armored honey in the neon glow. Doritos fly, leave a mark to show. With a grin, she steps into the fray. Laughing loud, she tears them to the play. Armored honey in the neon glow. Doritos fly, leave a mark to show. Spin around sharp and mean. Whirlpool and red black scene. Oh, Shiguma fights like a queen on a real spin. Reign supreme. Echoes of battles in the night. Each twist, each turn, a dazzling sight. Reunion falls like falling stars. A Shiguma's power leaves deep scars.
Oh, I forgot my Praminix. Oh no! Hold on, we'll forget that happened. I forgot the Praminix. Oh, my memory sucks. We need Praminix. Here we go. Now we can do it.
Carlin be with us.
Her Shiguma's eyes burn bright as flames. On the city lights, she writes her name. Reunion soldiers shake in fear. Doritos spin cuts through the air here. With a grin, she steps into the fray. Laughing loud, she tears them to the play. Armored honey in the neon glow. Doritos fly, leave a mark to show. With a grin, she steps into the fray. Laughing loud, she tears them to the play. Armored honey in the neon glow. Doritos fly, leave a mark to show. Spin around sharp and mean. Whirlpool and red black scene. Oh, Shiguma fights like a queen on a real spin. Reign supreme. Echoes of battles in the night. Each twist, each turn, a dazzling sight. Reunion falls like falling stars. A Shiguma's power leaves deep scars.
Oh, shoot.
Your life is mine.
I have a bunch of music that I cooked up. I don't have enough to just play it in the background for a whole stream, but that's the goal. And it'll be pretty sweet because, because I won't have to worry about copyright strikes and stuff like that. But it takes a while for me to cook up all of them. Some of the ones that I made recently, though, I really like. If something doesn't come out the way I want, it just goes into the garbage or on the back burner. This is going into a video I want to make about Sarkaz Mercenaries.
The night is cold, we walk alone. No place to call a fragile home. Despised by those who claim to lead. We're soldiers forged in darkened deeds. Our lives are just a toss away. Upon in games the rich men play. We fight the battles others fear. In shadows we just disappear. Our lives are just a toss away. Upon in games the rich men play. We fight the battles others fear. In shadows we just disappear. We are the suckers no one sees. We bleed in streets on broken knees. For those who never care to know, our blood's the cost of status quo. Through smoke and fire we march ahead to face the terrors men should dread. In silence we embrace the pain. No banner waves above the slain. Hearts of steel yet spirits torn. Our loyalty
I can't do it tonight.
a crown of thorns. The night is ours,
Oh, well.
we claim our rights. In darkness we ignite the fight.
Maybe.
We are the suckers no one sees. We bleed in streets on broken knees. For those who never care to know, our blood's the cost of status quo.
6 of those. Where is it? Where is it? These. I got 4 of those for sure. And I need 4 of these, and I can only make 2 until I run out of morale.
What's this place?
I need 12 of those. That's gonna be a problem. Whatever. These guys will be cooking in the dorm and ready by tomorrow, so there's no way I can get this until tomorrow. That is unfortunate. I should have some dorm space. Yeah, I got plenty.
What's this place?
很奇妙的地方嘛，有很多没见过的东西。
Oh, let's see. Which one's this? Which song is this? Oh, this is Helliger's song. Actually, I think Red's is better. This is Red's song. Red's song is pretty funny. I like it. I like how this came out.
Can tell there's a girl named Red spinning her own secret spell. Her eyes like fire, her heart on a quest. Searching for fluffy tales, cause that's what she loves best. She moves like lightning on a midnight spree. Swift on her feet, with a heart set free. Silent whispers follow whenever she's near. Fluffy tails are her prize, it's crystal clear. Boo-hoo-hoo. Red chasing dreams in the night. Fluffy tails are her delight. No fear, no doubt, she's out for the thrill. Red, the sweep assassin with an unstoppable will.
Keep track of my position.
She sneaks through alleyways, shadows in her wake. Her fingers gentle, never making a mistake. Soft whispers echo where her footsteps have tread. In the world of fluffy tails, she's like years ahead. In the moon's embrace, her secret life unfolds. With every fluffy tail, her destiny molds. A dance in the dark, no one knows her name. But Red's on a mission, her heart's aflame. Red chasing dreams in the night. Fluffy tails are her delight. No fear, no doubt, she's out for the thrill. Red, the sleep assassin with an unstoppable will. Oh, red chasing dreams in the night. Oh, fluffy tails are her delight. No fear, no doubt, she's out for the thrill. Red, the sleep assassin with an unstoppable will. Sneaks through alleyways, shadows in her wake. Her fingers gentle, never making a mistake. Soft whispers echo where her footsteps have tread. In the world of fluffy tails, she's light years ahead. In the moon's embrace, her secret life unfolds. With every fluffy tail, her destiny molds. A dance in the dark, no one knows her name. But Red's on a mission, her heart's aflame. Chasing dreams in the night. Fluffy tails on her delight. No fear, no doubt, she's out for the thrill. Red, the sleep assassin with an unstoppable will. Oh, red chasing dreams in the night. Oh, fluffy tails are her delight. No fear, no doubt, she's out for the thrill. Red, the sleep assassin with an unstoppable will.
There's something funny that I could do to that, but unfortunately it's not a very original clear, which makes me a little sad. But Red, I think it gets a little underappreciated because
successful.
I'm not going to do the whole clear. We just need a mountain, right? Just a mountain. One of the funny things about Red is her skill 1 just does not get the attention that it deserves.
It's thick.
So like her module upgrade and her skill 1 is like easily her best skill. When people say Red fell off, what they really mean is Red skill 2 fell off. And I always felt that Red skill 2 was less interesting than her skill 1. Because this is kind of absurd. I actually don't want to block Patriot.
Is in my eyes. Simple and clear.
And I don't know like the exact timing for this either. That's kind of the problem.
Skill or death is in my eyes. Simple and clear.
But it is pretty funny.
Skill or death is in my eyes.
I'm not gonna like try and do the full thing. There is like an actual way to do that though with just Red pretty much solo the stage.
Enough.
But yeah, I definitely have her module upgrades, I'm pretty sure. At least level 2. I don't know if I have level 3. Yeah, I don't have level 3. I need to do this one of these days. But Red skill 1 is definitely the way to go with Red in modern day. I tested this against damage reduction, and unfortunately this does not. Damage reduction still reduces this, which upsets me greatly. So true damage is the only thing that works against damage reduction. I have not tested red against those shield dudes, but the shield dudes just have stats. They don't have damage reduction. So red, in theory, let's test it. We can literally test that. That's easy. This is for curiosity. This is the kind of nonsense I do just to, like, know my shit. I'll be like, wait, does that work on this? Let's find out. I'm pretty sure red will completely obliterate the shield guys.
The hunt begins.
Yeah, easy. The only issue is actually that her, I mean, her talent still applies even after her skill runs out. Obliterates them. You could literally just put a healer on red and have her kill the shield guys. I suspected that. I suspected it would work like that. But it does. Unfortunately, the chapter 13 does not work. How do I get to how the fuck? Oh, I have to be in here. There we go. These assholes. Oh man, I hate damage reduction so much. Boo. So this, unfortunately, still reduces that guaranteed, it's not quite guaranteed, damage. I assume that this effect takes place, it's like multiplicative damage, but in reverse. This takes place after the attack and damage is applied, so any multiplicative bonuses are multiplicatively reduced by damage reduction, and that's the issue. So red will deal her damage, and it's not even, her talent's not even necessarily kicking into effect, but then the reduction takes place after the amount of damage that you would deal occurs, and then that total amount is reduced, as long as it's physical or arts. So if it's not elemental or true damage, then damage reduction will apply even with red's talent. But I had to test that, because I was like, does her damage reduction cut through this? Unfortunately, no. But Ascalon probably does make this a lot easier. I hated this stage so much. Or no, it wasn't actually that stage. That stage was annoying, but it was, oh, I still haven't even done it, this stage. I hate this stage. I hate it so much. I could probably do it, but I got frustrated, and I was like, this is fucking bullshit. I think I got to a point where I'm like, I could clear this if I kept doing it and everything, you know, tweak and optimize and whatever, and Viviana it feels kind of mandatory on it, which I'm not a big fan of. I hated Chapter 13. Chapter 14, luckily, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's so nice. It's a little bad, I think, if people just use Wizardel to do everything on here, because the stages are actually, I think, for the most part, well designed. Like 13, I hated the mechanics on 13. I like Chapter 11, like Chapter 10. Actually, Chapter 10 was the one I really liked. Right, this is the one that has Steam Night at the end? No, Manfred. So it was Chapter 11. Yeah, Chapter 12 was annoying. I was not a huge fan of, like, the boxes. The freaking loot boxes that you had to do on these stages. Not a huge fan of that mechanic. Oh, man. I haven't done the Inferno stages here. Oh, because I hated the loot boxes, and I was like, fuck it, I'll do it later. And then I just never came back. That's how you know if I didn't like a chapter, is if the Inferno stages aren't done. Because these are. H11.4 is a bitch. But, yeah, the Steam Night. Anyways, I'll be on tomorrow. And for more shenanigans. My endgame account is mostly shenanigans these days because content is not too challenging unless I feel like setting extra challenges for myself. Or if something's just really annoying. But my other account, I'll figure something out. Hopefully it's not just going to be farming. If it's just going to be farming, then I'll probably do like integrated strategies or stuff like that, because I can try and get those chips, or I can try and get an ending with borrowing units, which reminds me, I might have to change my units a bit. We can set it back to Bybeak. Not enough people use Bybeak. And actually, I think we're going to put a Kelsey in here for my other account if I decide to do integrated strategies. Kelsey's our best bet for having a single pick that we can complete the ending on for Phantom. And anyone will do. Who do I think is spicy? Or Degenbacher actually is an option too for that. Who is spicy? I could put a Rosmontis in there. A classic W. Nobody's gonna have classic W in there. Everyone's gonna have. Let's see who's the most spammed. People try to like flex in here and not be original. Who gets the Giga Chad award from me? Who's based? That's pretty based. We'll give them a based award. Almost based. I mean, these are pretty power picks, but having a beeswax in the 5-star, are they properly built? Oh, look at that. Based. Firewatch. Not quite properly built. Fail! Another one! Or Fire Whistle. My bad. This one's built. You know, I would have thought there'd be a bajillion W's in here. Is my perspective on how many people have W skewed? I would have thought this would have been like 50% W's. I already know who the most based guy in my friends list is, though. That's going to be the furry. We got a guy that's dedicated to the cause somewhere in here. Here we go. This guy, man. Zevran. Never change, Zevran. I don't think you know who I am, but I appreciate you for this. I bet this hung his max pot, too. If I get to, like, low-level people, that's my other account. There might be some basedness in the low level. In Arene! I mean, they need to put some levels on him, but that's not bad, you know. Amia, Texas, E2 Texas. They're a man of culture. And Arene. I don't see a lot of Arenes in a support slot. But that's actually a good pick. If I had taken Texas instead of Lapland, I probably would have done the same thing. This looks like somebody who would have done like what is nearly optimal for a new player, except they should have this on skill 2 and a single mastery. But they're in the same boat as me, no masteries yet. Anyways, actually calling it. I will be on tomorrow. Again, I normally start around 5 p.m. EST. Something like that. And yeah, it'll be fun times. Alright, peace out.